You want that to come later on when he's got his legs kind of slowed up a little bit.
I would just add one thing to what you said, Larry. It's not just that he punches from extreme angles, but he does so with knockout power in either hand.
Right. But when a punch comes from an unorthodox angle and it's not seen, it carries even more power.
No question. Right hand lands for Naz. First round was tactical. And as Prince Naseem goes to his corner, the first man to step into the ring to talk to him is Oscar Suarez. Before the fight, Emmanuel Stewart told me Suarez will talk to Naz the first 3 rounds, then he'll go in for the next 3 rounds.
More to the chest, okay, fight.
Never seen that before.
Left hand, I want him more to the left and
he is unorthodox.
Right? Don't be lazy with it. Okay, now. You throw that left hand, all right? We have to follow with that hook. And again, I want you around the clock, okay, fight. All right, set him up nice, all right. Like Manny says, it's not going to be easy, all right, to get hit in the early rounds. Yeah, I want
work that jab and get into the flow. Get your rhythm.
Catch him with your jab. Catch him with your jab. Put your hand on the way of his right hand, and put your left foot outside.
Yeah, baby. Go.
Sanchez was brought up in boxing by his father, who trained him until he died last year. Pat Barry, the new trainer, is his father-in-law.
Right back to the body goes Sanchez again.
He isn't doing much offensively yet, Sanchez, but he's showing some nice poise in here.
Well, you talked about how fighters' punch outputs go down against Prince Naseem, and Augie threw only 28 punches in the first round. Naseem lands a right hand uppercut, the first telling blow of the fight.
Good right hand to the body by Sanchez. That one hurt. Prince even tries to hit him back in the body because of it.
You're right. He's got a plan, doesn't he, George?
I mean, you can stick to your plan 4 or 5 rounds. Things can happen.
So he wants to use the straight right to the body, eventually to set up the left hook.
So you just want to take all of the jumping power out of those big, strong legs of the Prince. Then you can start landing a good jab and things like that.
Straight right hand lands on the chest for Augie Sanchez. Naz begins to jab with the right hand. Left cross by Prince Naseem.
You'd like to see Sanchez get a little more active and stop waiting around, because if you wait around for a guy that hits that hard as a Prince, you're going to get hit.
Down goes Naseem on a straight right hand, and Michael Ortega is going to rule it a foot on the foot.
Well, I didn't see the trip, but that punch also bloodied the nose of Naz.
If it had been a knockdown, it would have been the 5th knockdown of Naseem's career. 3 of them were against Kevin Kelly, and 1 against
I thought it was a clean knockdown.
What do you think, Harold?
You go down on the end of a punch, it's a knockdown, and that's all there is to it. He got hit, he went down, it's a knockdown.
And now this will be the 2nd slip of the round, and Sanchez is shaking his right eye as though he feels as though he's been butted.
He was hurt by a left hand, Jim, as they were breaking up. Clean. And he was stung and jarred. So this round is taking a turn, and he's trying to hold on and save time and survive the round right now.
After getting hit on the break.
Watch your head, watch your head.
Prince better beware.
And another big left hook by Sanchez, and Naseem almost went down again. And now he lands a big left hand.
He better beware, because this is a puncher. You just can't do anything you want with a puncher.
Get back.
Okay. And I'm not sure Augie Sanchez has recovered from the left hand that he took.
But he's still dangerous.
There's a mouse under the right eye of Sanchez. There's some swelling outside the right eye of Naseem.
That was a real nice wake-up call, huh? Okay, don't get lazy on me now, okay? All right, Mike? Don't get lazy on me. Take a deep breath.
Hey, how about him, huh? Ortega! Hey, take care of those. Where's the pushing?
Take care of those.
Knockdown or not?
Let's see if it's a knockdown, if we can see their feet. 2 right hands. To me, that is a knockdown.
We still don't see the feet.
We don't see the feet. Right, left.
And that's the exchange later on in the round.
That's when the Prince thought he was hurt.
Ortega is running around there, and I'm not sure what he's doing.
Power punches in round number 2. Naseem 16 out of 30. Sanchez 13 out of 24. An even fight.
Sanchez
lands another left hook and a straight right hand. And Naz laughing, but had to get out of the way as he was off balance and almost down again.
You just can't play with punches. You got to get serious. Get those guys off the ball or the feet so they can't hit you.
Blood trickling from the nose of Prince Naseem. If you're one of those viewers who's tuned in hoping to see Prince Naseem get his block knocked off, this may be your night.
Well, there are always people who want to see a big mouth shot. Whether Sanchez is the guy who can do it is problematic, but he's certainly giving us more than most people expected.
Lands the straight right hand.
Not giving up his body attack. Down to the body with the right hand, straight right hand. Makes a difference when you start landing those shots on top when the body is hurting.
And Naz, of course, sticking with the high-risk style, his hands below his waist. Guys like Barrera and Morales sitting around watching with their hearts in their throats, thinking, here goes my million if this guy goes down. And Naz lands a big left hand against Sanchez, and now Sanchez comes back with a right hand of his own. It's a Pier 6 brawl in round number 3. Shades of the Kevin Kelly fight. Hard right hand by Naseem, and Sanchez held on and went down, and Ortega calls that a slip too.
Sanchez really has to gather his forces now, fight the fight he wants to fight, not try to get into a brawl with a big puncher.
You know what happened? I do believe the Prince has had a double dose and an overdose of too much doctrine about the boxing. He's an instinctive fighter. He needs to be in condition. Leave him be.
All right, that's all.
Blood on both fighters. Augie Sanchez getting a lot of big chances in the first 3 rounds here. They trade left hooks. Big right hand by Naseem. And another big right hand. And Sanchez grabs the right hand and holds on.
For good reasons.
You see the quickness of Prince Naseem Ahmed flashing these punches out of nowhere.
You know, Kevin Kelly warned him, don't lose your focus. No matter what happens in there, fight your fight. But he's getting a little flustered, is Sanchez, and starting to fight a fight that's more advantageous to the Prince.
He's just taking a beating
Deeper into
there.
the trick bag and starting to give Sanchez a beating with hard power shots in the 3rd round.
Let him up. No. Don't do that.
Naz laughing as he goes back to his corner. Is he whistling in the dark?
You knew you had to work tonight. It's a championship. You're the champion, that's all. You got him so frustrated out of his game. Just stay basic, baby. Augie, are you listening?
Nothing there, Doc. I'm great. How are you? Nothing there. Close your eyes a second, okay? Nothing there. All right, listen now. The fight is over with.
Let's go back to the 2nd round and see if we see anything more. What it looked like was there were 2 clean punches, and Hamed tripped over Sanchez's leg, but it was not a deliberate trip. It should have been accounted as a knockdown.
And there you saw Prince Naseem holding on to the rope as Sanchez was punching him and trying to knock him down. And then Naseem with the big left.
Sanchez seems hurt still. He's got to go back, retain his poise, start fresh, not just get into a war with a guy with
a minute
big
between
weapons.
rounds.
According to the timekeepers, there's more time because the doctor was examining Sanchez's eye.
Mike Ortega called time for the doctor.
Sanchez